Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here, and friends, today I do have some juicy news on Illumina that may be an instant bullish catalyst for the company, because it seems right now that the Grail deadlock has been broken, at least for the time being. So for this and more, watch the video till the end. Let's get started. Welcome back. Friends, I have been long saying that Grail is an albatross on the neck of Illumina. Though Carl Icahn could not put 3 of his directors on the board, today we have news that CEO Francis D'Souza has resigned. If you recollect, Grail acquisition caused FTC and EU competition authorities to take strong action against Illumina, and also led to the creation of a $400 million fund to be kept in reserve to pay European Union fines in Illumina's books. And there have been FTC suits and appeals by Illumina, and that saga has been continuing on in the US. While in Europe, Illumina argued that they do not operate in Europe, so EU authority has no reason to intervene. So in my last video, I explained why that argument seems to be bad, because it forecloses the future possibility of Illumina or Grail to operate in Europe. So that said, shareholders have also lost more than $50 billion in value, as Illumina shares consistently lost value due to the Grail issue. This attracted activist investor Carl Icahn, who, after acquiring 1.4% stake in Illumina, launched a battle to place 3 board members on Illumina. He also wanted Francis D'Souza to be replaced by Jay Flatley, the ex-CEO of Illumina. And the proxy battle began in March and ended with a May vote in which Icahn won enough shareholder support to oust the board chair John Thompson and install his nominee Andrew Tino. Icahn has said he wants former CEO Jay Flatley to return, so we'll have to see if that happens. Illumina said in the meantime it has named Senior Vice President and General Counsel Charles Dadswell as interim CEO, and D'Souza will stay on in an advisory capacity until 31st of July. So that's the arrangement at this point of time. Illumina CEO Francis D'Souza stepped down on Sunday, as per a press statement from Illumina, and this ended a battle with activist investor Carl Icahn, in which the company's chair left the company earlier this year, or so the market believes and most of the people believe at this point of time. Icahn had sought to remove D'Souza as an integral part of his push to force the company to unravel its $7.1 billion acquisition of cancer diagnostic test maker Grail. US and European antitrust regulators have ordered the company to unwind the deal, but Illumina has gone to court in both regions to fight the move. The Grail deal has kept a lot of investors out of the stock. That is the opinion of TD Cowen analyst Dan Brennan, who also said, with Francis now stepping aside, I think the certainty of a Grail exit definitely goes up, and the company's shares have lost about 60% of their value since completing the Grail deal in 2021. And Francis D'Souza has presided this over this entire 60% loss of share value, and it was to be punished sometime or other. I think that has happened now. Illumina shares closed at $200.53 on Nasdaq on Friday. Analysts said that they expect the company's share to trade up on Monday morning after D'Souza's resignation. Carl Icahn in a tweet said he's happy that the recent changes at Illumina have happened and consider them a very positive occurrence. The new additions to the board, the CEO transition, as well as the change of the chairman are significant positives that should drive value for all shareholders and human health. That was the tweet from Carl Icahn. Well, those of you who own Illumina need to be early in the market on Monday and watch the pre-market action and be ready to take necessary steps. I personally think the action is most likely to be bullish, but like all bullish action that happens in a knee-jerk fashion, I anticipate a pullback later. This is my idea and is not a financial advice, friends, so please exercise your own due diligence before you do any trades on Illumina. The way I see it, impediment to resolving the Grail issue seems to be gone for now. At least that is the appearance, but we don't know for sure. However, the 11-member board of directors does not give Carl Icahn enough power to prevail on disposition of Grail. We know that Carl Icahn wants Grail gone, but we don't know if this new 11-member board is going to give him the power to do so, because he has got only one member on the board. So we have to see what Illumina decides to do with Grail after July 31st, when D'Souza will officially be out of Illumina. Secondly, even though there are positive news about Galleri, which is the 50 cancer tests in one blood biopsy from Grail, the company was acquired for $7 billion. And in the current tight money market environment, I am not sure if the full value will be realized and if they can find a suitor for that company so quickly. So that's another issue that we have to keep in mind, and how much haircut they will have to take when they dispose it off. That is the question. What could possibly happen next could be understanding with the EU competition authority to signify intent to comply, and thereby release the 400 plus, I think it was 450 or 480 million dollars that was kept in reserve to pay penalty that EU had imposed, saying that they would penalize 10% of global revenues of Grail. So that money can be released, and that can be a benefit for the shareholder and could be a positive catalyst next. However, if Illumina maintained the same stance as D'Souza going forward, that will not be good for the share price, and that will mean even more board turmoil, because I don't think Carl Icahn is going to let this go. And the market will start thinking about these possibilities only after the frenzied buying to elevate the price, because everybody wants to get a piece of the action, and they will all jump in, and the price is going to go up sharply. And later on, when they contemplate all these possibilities, I am expecting a pullback in the share price. This is my theory. I want to see if it comes true. What do you guys think? Please mention that in the comments, so that we can have a conversation in the community and see how our speculation comes true, or how it goes in actuality. That will be a very, very interesting exercise. So that's all for now from me, my friends. And before I go, I'd like to thank Sandeep for a very nice analysis for CRISPR Therapeutics. And as I see the numbers in our analytics, it seems that people liked it. So I requested Sandeep to do another piece. It could be on Ginkgo Bioworks, DNA, fundamental analysis, or any other company that Sandeep may decide to pick up. So hold on, and I will come up with an announcement shortly after discussing with Sandeep. So Sandeep, well done. And thanks guys for giving a good response to Sandeep. I'm really proud of our community. So we're going to have more variety coming in the channel. So thanks and have a great day. Bye for now. Have a wonderful week ahead.